A woman is now admitting that she was paid to lie that Dr. Anthony Fauci sexually assaulted her. This is the same woman who lied that Robert Mueller had sexually assaulted her. It appears that exactly the same people put her up to it. Now, this story is crazy, but I actually think the context is what's most disturbing and outrageous. And I'm going to explain that in a moment. But first, the details. Woman named Diana Rodriguez claimed that Dr. Anthony Fauci, the country's lead infectious disease expert, he's been on Trump's White House coronavirus task force. He used to be a fixture at the press briefings. He testified before the Senate yesterday. Diana Rodriguez claimed that Fauci sexually assaulted her in 2014 to a reporter. That reporter, Reason's Nancy Rommelman, had been working on the story, looking at the allegations from Diana Rodriguez. We've since learned that Diana Rodriguez is really Diana Andrade, and she is actually connected to Jacob Wall, a pro-Trump troll who previously tried to orchestrate completely bogus sexual assault allegations against Robert Mueller during the time when Robert Mueller was doing the Trump-Russia investigation. So once again, you've got the same people getting caught, trying to do the same thing, trying to frame a public figure that was inconvenient, I guess, to the right with sexual assault. Diana Andrade said she was paid to come forward with the bogus allegations. So those are the simple details, but I believe that the surrounding elements are actually what's more important here. Why is anybody trying to frame an infectious disease doctor at all? Why is Rand Paul, as I will soon show you, going after Dr. Fauci? This is actually the story. A doctor who's simply doing his job, has done it for Republican presidents and for Democratic presidents, is trying to save lives, whose ideology he says is health, and is nearly 80 years old. Right? I mean, this guy's been doing this for decade after decade. This diminutive 79-year-old doctor has become the enemy of the Trumpist right. Why is he an enemy? Because he says things which are based in science and medicine, which sometimes conflict with the completely fake, phony narrative that Donald Trump concocts and creates, whether it's about fact-checking about hydroxychloroquine, whether it's about a second wave, whether it's about vaccinations, whether it's about reopening, whatever it is. He has been seen, Dr. Fauci, by the Trumpist right as an antagonist of Donald Trump, when really he is I guess we would call it, an agonist for the truth. And what makes him invariably an enemy of the Trumpist right is that he appears to interfere with Donald Trump's lies. Imagine doing your job so well, being way more trusted by the public than Trump. Polls show conclusively the public, by large margins, trusts Anthony Fauci on coronavirus way more than they trust Donald Trump. And the reaction from some is, this guy's the enemy, fire Fauci, and let's get somebody to lie and claim Dr. Fauci sexually assaulted them. So Jacob Wall and his partner Pakman are, of course, a huge part of the problem. But the hostility among the Trumpist right, hostility to science, hostility to reason and to medicine and to doctors and to public health, that is really the big story here. Now, the second part of this is, why aren't Jacob Wall and Pakman in prison? They tried to frame Robert Mueller, and now they tried to frame Anthony Fauci. Is it because the law doesn't matter anymore? At minimum, in civil court, you could see lawsuits, certainly over the Robert Mueller allegations. And in reality, it's not outrageous to think that there could be criminal charges here. And once again, our country is an embarrassment, truly. They're laughing at us all over the world. Germany, Spain, Italy, France, South Korea, Taiwan, they take the virus seriously. They revere their medical experts. They do what they're supposed to do. They deal with the virus. And now they can start to reopen to different degrees in different countries, depending on what's going on. Meanwhile, here in the United States, people demand that Dr. Fauci be fired, ignored, and that Donald Trump be listened to. And now the idea of framing Dr. Fauci with false sexual assault allegations is uncovered. I got emails yesterday about our story. The world is laughing at Trump, and it's really bad for us. And there were a lot of people from Europe and other countries who said, David, we were laughing. We're not laughing anymore. Now we just feel really bad for you guys, but we also are worried for ourselves because we're used to the U.S. as a productive partner in solving problems to the extent that we've been able to solve problems in the past. And the US isn't that anymore. So there's laughter happening, but there's also significant concern that we are just so backwards on every single one of these elements. If you love feeding your intellectual curiosity, but you're always struggling to find the time, check out one of my all-time favorite apps called Blinkist. Blinkist lets you consume an entire book on your way home from work. They take thousands of popular nonfiction books, condense each one into text or audio that you can get through in just 15 minutes, and you get all of the important core ideas and information from that book. It's perfect if you don't have enough time to do all the reading you want to do, or if you just want to sample a book before you buy the entire thing. I recently read A Brief History of Time, of course, by the great Stephen Hawking. This is a book that I have been aware of for so long, and other things got in the way, and it was fantastic to check it out on Blinkist. Blinkist has books on politics, philosophy, science. They have 27 different nonfiction categories, and a subscription is only about $8 a month, and you get the entire library. But you can try it totally free and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video.